Hi, friends. I'm so happy to share that I will be a part of the Higher Consciousness Living Summit. This is a beautiful online experience hosted by Danielle Rama Hoffman. And within our time together, we both channeled bringing through information on embodying our soul frequencies and the importance of the physical body. We talk about moving through time and space, and there was some really cool information that's new to me that came through about working with future timelines. I hope that you can join us to experience their transmissions, the light, and the beautiful wisdom. I'm also offering a free gift at the summit, which is a 1 month free at Spirit School's Light Connections. And that's where we meet monthly to work with the Council of Light and also energy healing and clearing sessions, plus a ton of bonuses, so many libraries of light field resources. I would love to have you join us. So check it out. We begin July 6th. We go through the 10th. I'm so excited to share the opportunity with you. Find all the details and the link below. Welcome to the Spirit and Soul Healing Podcast. I'm Amy Sikarskie, Master Energy Therapist, channeler, mentor, and friend. I'm so happy to connect. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hi, beautiful friends. Welcome to the Spirit and Soul Healing Podcast. Today I'll be featuring an excerpt from a Council of Light channeled message. Every month at Spirit School, I bring through the Council of Light and we speak about topics and answer questions submitted by community members. I'd love for you to join us. You can find all the details below or at spiritschoolonline.com. And this is the Council of Light Live Connections. If you'd like to enhance your experience, you can upgrade for the Light Connections membership that includes our conversations. And in addition, it has guided monthly healing meditations and a full library of Council of Light transmissions, meditations, conversations, and energy healing sessions. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this message from the Council of Light.
Can you please speak to the impacts to our physical existence by the many souls that have left their human bodies, yet have not yet transitioned into the heavenly spiritual realm? And how can we as healers help them without interfering with their free will?
Indeed. Physically, for those who are psychic and in tune and empathic, the heaviness will feel oppressive, like pressure. And it's just as if you are in a crowd, you can't move. You're all shoulder to shoulder, bumping through. And when that happens, it is hard to find peace and regulate your psychic senses and your nervous system. And so it's like I'm just in a container on hold and on pause until I can open a little bit to receive information. And that is when the perspective is focused on the same plane. So, what would happen is if somebody were living in a place that was clear of earthbound spirits and clear also of a lot of society's energies. So, let's just go extreme. Let's go to the top of a mountain alone for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. That energy can expand out and psychically read timelines and dimensions, and it can access so many truth points in a way where they're floating and the energy is out on the side. But when you are in a crowded environment of souls, discarnate souls, or souls in the body, there's a different pathway where you go in and then up a little bit. And we used to see many humans going up really high to catch the information. But as has been coming through only over a few weeks of your year of this time, is that more of the information is coming down. So, because of that, there is a unique way in which to communicate, and that would be holding the energy in a hum in the body, and then opening to the awareness at the crown and just letting the information come down through the crown. You don't have to go out and get it. So the ways in which even 2 decades ago, that many who were training, including our partner, into psychic abilities would have different pathways to connect in or to have past life memories to receive information. But at this time, this information is feeling closer to you because humanity has ascended a bit, you see, and everything is shifting a bit. So psychically, that is something of information for you if you're feeling a lot of spirits around or a lot of humans around. So as far as this, the effects also that is having on the earth is it has been stifling for the lifting into the new frequencies. And that is because many times souls will have an emotion linked to them. There are many reasons why they might not have crossed over. There are many reasons. We will share a few. So, if they are afraid of the afterlife, if they are upset they died too early, or they didn't they have unfinished business, they are very upset because they had an argument beforehand, and they are coated in a frequency that is a lower emotion. They are upset, they are sad, they are frustrated. Well, guess what? How can they get clarity if they are not in communication with the being in their life that they wanted to work that out with? So they stay earthbound, but the energy of the emotion also stays on the earth, and it's just humming like the cell of a battery, a generator, humming and humming and humming. And now you may have trillions of souls humming and humming and humming, and they are upset about something on the planet. They are still aware of the news. They are seeing what is happening in the family's life. And so this anger or frustration or despair or grief is sitting like a wet cotton ball, a wet blanket of cotton, just soggy and sitting in the consciousness of humanity. And then it is up to the humans in the physical body who are sensitive, especially, to thin that, to release it, to push through it, to lift that frequency through that dimension. So Earth is shifting, but let's say you are all here, a departed family member or a soul leaves the body, they haven't cleared their frequency, so they stay here. But Earth is ascending and humans are lifting, and all are finding peace. You are all finding tools to work with things that are heavy or disruptive in your personal life. And so humanity is lifting, but these beings are not lifting. And so it can feel heavy and appalling and make it a little bit harder, especially for those who are sensitive to energies and don't understand what's happening. Now, many of the newer beings, the children, when they incarnate, they are coming down to the new frequency here. So the spirits are here, the disembodied spirits. So they're not really so aware of it. They come into the clean energy, which is great because they don't have all the struggles that adults would have at your time. And so you all are doing a lot of work to help that. So you are shifting, you're feeling the energy of the past, you're processing and healing within the body, and now you're holding the light for the babies, for the new ones. And when we say you are all very advanced souls at this time, we are meaning that all the humans that are in this line of light working work here on the planet, especially those of adults over the age of 18, 19, 20, have really a strong light about them and fortitude within their spirit to get the job done and to be here for this shift on the planet. And it is happening, and you can see today, if you have the availability and the opportunity, if you have little ones around you. But you will see in society over the next 20 years, is when at 20 years from now, it will really start to be clear, because these are the children now. They will become leaderships, taking adult roles, making a shift, and really having autonomy to do so. So that energy is making it sticky for those who are trying to heal and move forward. And this information was written about in the book in 2014. So if we go back to that point in time, we do see quite a bit of progress to where you are today. And you might know that because humans today, you all are recognizing your psychic intuition is clearly, it's clarifying, it's clean, it's refined, it's happening. And that is speaking to the shift on the planet. And if you look back at all of the choices you've made over the years or any personal experiences of heaviness, you've gone through that, the work, and you're releasing that. So those spirits are still some, obviously not all, but the ones that are still there, they are now starting to get a little bit separated from a decade ago. But you may say, well, okay, Council Light, interesting. But like, what about those spirits that are crossing over more recently? And so, yes, again, it can be felt from humanity. And this is why we talk so much about timelines and going back and working with ancestry and the past and your past lives, but the past, because that information or the energy of emotion, it is information. The emotion is information, and it is on a like a record or a cassette tape playing over and over and over again, just the programming. It's like a song humming in the background. And so when you touch your light on that program that is spinning, you touch your light and the light absorbs in, and it just fades it away, it releases it. And then all of the beings who were inside of that story that was spinning around and all the emotions and energy can finally release and detach a bit more. Because you could think of it as if, let's say, there was a situation, five involved, they all have a thread of light going into this situation. And now that the light has touched it and released, they all are lifting up into spirit form in different places, different paths, different afterlife communities and families. And finally, there's that release. And then this energy is no more. And the conscious connection, the etheric realms, the psychic spaces um, is freer. It is clearer. It is lighter. It is brighter. So the next effect of that is that all humans, this is exciting. You should be excited for this. We are excited. You're going to start to see and have premonitions. You're going to start to see through energy to the future. And you will probably, with like amusement in your voice and in your laughter, begin to recognize that this is, if you want to call it instant manifestation, this is happening so quickly. So you will get these knowings, these messages. You'll just say it. You'll just call it. You'll just say, "Oh, I see this. Oh, this is going to happen," and then it does. So the trick here now, when energy is lightening and cleansing, and you see things, if you say that or you just have a feeling, probably 90% it is already the highest probability, like it will happen. So if you don't want it to happen or you want to tweak it a little bit, then sit with it and put the energy into it from your heart. If this is something that's in your path, if it's related to you, it's about you, and you can make an adjustment in that way because it is appropriate, then just shift the energies into your path. So if you say, oh my goodness, okay, well, wow, I see, wow, we're going to take a trip and we're going to go here. But then you say, well, maybe I want to go here. So you just switch the energy in your heart and watch the magic happen. So we're excited for that. But then the other thing is you need to understand that knowing quickly these things, they can be adjusted. And so we don't want you to ever feel like things are out of your control or out of your hands. That is just the highway you are on, you are driving, and that's your direction. So if you don't want that, then quick change. But everything's magnified. So it's like you can see 50 miles in front of you very easily. It will start to come through. And that is happening as the energy on earth is lightening. So the second part of the question is, how can you help these spirits over? And aside from helping the energy, the packets of programming and the emotional stories, with touching it with light and prayer, the individual beings, if you are a medium, or if you feel like a loved one or you have a knowing of a particular soul, You can ask an angel to come in. You can ask for God to come through. You can pray for source light to be with them and feel the energy come down and around and just say to them, it is so much better if you make your full transition to the other side. You will feel so much better. It will assist all, it will assist the loved ones on earth, it will assist you, and then you give them the opportunity to lift and to be released. And many will, but if they choose not to, then that is their free will choice. Not much you should or could do. However, you can and you should put a boundary and say, if you don't want to cross over, that is your choice, but you are not welcome in my home. You're not welcome in my energy. So you can clear your house quite freely, consistently if you feel anything is off. But also knowing that the higher your frequency is, you are in that different realm now. And so many of these beings you will not even recognize. You won't feel them, they can't see you because you're in a different dimension. So the tricky part, or the part to be aware and concerned about, where you could do something and you might notice an interaction, is the souls that have more recently crossed over, that are closer to that frequency that you are in. So does that make a sense?
That makes absolutely perfect sense. And thank you for the very robust answer. That was very, very well put. So thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, we are very robust. We like to talk quite a bit.
We agree.